The reserve shooter could just be Soldier's next best shotgun. Don't believe me? But before we get into why, let's look at the stats. It's a quite simple weapon on paper. You get a mini-crit airborne targets that have been launched from explosives or jetpacks, with a 20% increased deploy speed, and for this, you forfeit 34% of your clip, going from 6 to 4. Take this example here, and I was defending last. Okay, I proceeded to waste a couple shells here. Okay, I wasted, what, 3 shells? Yeah. And switched to reload my rocket launcher. Then a pyro comes and rushes me. If we just pause it right here for a second, if you would have seen it, I would have had 1 bullet left. Now, if I was using a stock shotgun, I would have had 3, because of the 34% minus clip size. So this would have meant I would have had ample bullets, shells, to kill the pyro. But because I was using the reserve shooter, it means I didn't have enough, which means the pyro was able to retreat and get away. And this is where the shotgun struggles. Okay, the pyro issue is an issue, but being wasteful with your shot choice is a big issue. Of course, I could have reloaded the gun instead of my rocket launcher, which of course would have solved the whole issue, but you don't think like that. You always, when you're playing Soldier and everything, you always don't think reload your rocket launcher first, of course. But anyway, this leads us to our next point, and the point that I think I find the most interesting about reserve shooter. While I couldn't talk about the reserve shooter and not talk about the combos, because it seems to be embedded in the shotgun almost. It's like the main feature of it in a way. So basically, as a soldier, you'll shoot at people's feet, launch them in the air, and then you'll do. Sometimes you'll hit them from mid-air air shot. Okay, with a rocket, another rocket. Sometimes this, of course, is impossible. You out of rockets, you're too close, or you just can't hit the shot almost. For whatever reason. This is when the shotgun. This is when you use the shotgun. This means you're still able to do the combo because you have the shotgun, and you're still able to do a plentiful of damage with it. So, for an example, you'll run and you can shoot some guy in there, and then you run out of bullets, and you're going, well, I can either reload, let them fall, and then give them another chance to escape or anything, or kill you for another effect actually. Or you can choose secondary. Okay, use a reserve shooter for example. Shoot them once or twice in the air and kill them, and you're done. The confrontation is finished and happy days. This is when the reserve shooter is amazing. Of course, it's supposed to be used to shoot enemies in mid-air. That's quite simply its whole concept. Of course, it's supposed to be used as a combo, as a finisher tool to hit mid-air targets. And when you can do this, when you're not able to hit a direct hit with a rocket, this is when this gun shines. Trust me. The mid-air shot, a mid-air direct hit, feels great. But when you can do it with a shotgun, it's sort of like me. I'm not that skilled with a rocket launcher. I'm a main engineer for mistake. The ability to use a shotgun for me, okay, well I only use shotguns for most of my time playing the game, is amazing for me. I'm able to hit that extra shot even though my skill level isn't that high. So I'm able to do the same amount of damage, well not the same amount of damage, a bit less, but I don't have to have that massive skill. I don't have to be that really good player. I can be a casual player and still do plentiful damage. Enough damage to finish a player, finish an enemy. Okay, this is the whole thing of the combo. The combo is amazing. It's a sort of the baby version of the direct hit combo. If you're learning and you don't have enough time, you're sort of able to get away with it. But trust me when I say this, they are very useful combos. and you must try it at least once. It's you get a similar feeling with the direct hit when you use a mid air shot, but of course it's harder than a direct hit than a shotgun because it's a projectile. But anyway, it's fine. But the main reasons why I think the reserve shooter is now officially Soldier's best shotgun option comes down to a couple points. First of all, it still serves its purpose quite well, I think. You can still use it as a finisher tool. You're not in the ammo capacity of it, the less 2 shells you get doesn't affect it as much. It's use it as a finisher tool because you're not going to shoot 4 shells to kill a guy if it's as its finisher, the finisher tool, because you should already be low. But then, I mean, it can still kill pyros, which is the only issue I find with shotgun is that you can still kill pyros, okay, but the 2 less shells make it harder. Okay, you have to be a bit more conservative, of course. You have to close the distance more than what you normally would, which of course puts you at risk even more against pyros with the air blast and everything, which makes it a lot harder to close the distance. But you have to do it now to reserve shooter. Otherwise, the shotgun just does not do enough damage at range. Which of course, it's a shotgun. What do you expect is going to happen? Of course, as well, the 2 less shells are there to balance it out. It means you can do more damage to targets in the air. And for that, you sacrifice to be able to kill pyros as easy as you used to be able to. It's quite simple. But then the main other point, I think, that the main other point why I think it's become the better shotgun. You're gonna have to bear with me for a second here. It's gonna take a bit of explaining. The game Tier 2, it's what, 20 years old now? Close to it. 2 decades it is. So with that, I mean, the older something is, people who play it become more experienced. They become more skilled, which means people know how to rocket jump a lot better, and people would rocket jump a lot more than what they used to 5-10 years ago. The Trollger subclass, so, it's a lot more common than it ever used to be. Jetpacks, I swear, I never used to see the jetpacks a couple of years ago. I never saw. I don't think I've ever seen a jetpack until the last 2 years. Of course, that's probably because I don't see them or haven't played as much, but just how my observations are. Okay. So, also sticky jumping as well, but that's become more and more communicated as well. Which means the niche that your shotgun provides of being able to mini crit, airborne targets is becoming more and more common. Which means you're better off using it, because the fact is, as it becomes more common, it's going to slowly tip the scale against stock and the reserve shooter. It's slowly going to tip in its favour, because the niche is becoming so much more common than it ever used to be that you might as well bring it, because you're going to get much more use out of it than you're going to get use out of stock. Of course, pyros will always be a new issue, but if you can deal with that, then I see it almost a direct upgrade to stock. If you can deal, the fact is, if you can deal with the 2 less ammo, the 2 less shells in your clip, it's a direct upgrade to stock, because that might integrates this one downside. If you can stay on top of your reloads, if you can use your shots more wisely, a bit more accurately, then I see it's a direct upgrade to stock, because the fact is, mini critting airborne targets is a great use. Doing chip damage to a soldier trying to get away, you're probably unlucky. I mean, if you're rocket jumping away to retreat, you probably end up on 20 HP. Okay, you're going to take a bit from the 4 damage and everything. So being able to do 6, 8, even like 16 sometimes, you get a couple of pellets hit. Then you go, well, that could be just enough to kill him. Get an extra kill, and just, why wouldn't you? Which the stock wouldn't be able to do, because you'd be doing less damage, because it's not mini crits, it's just a stock. It's just a normal shot, which is the main reason why I think this gun is now probably the better shotgun for soldier nowadays. So overall, I think it's time to probably put the stock shotgun on the side for now. I think the reserve shooter's niche, the build to the combo and everything. It's finally become so common now that the gun should be given a use. It should be used. I use it all the time now when I play soldier. Of course, given that banner. I'm saying if you prefer banners, stick with banners. But if you're already using a shotgun, you just try the reserve shooter out for a bit. You'll love it. Trust me, it's a great gun. Of course, if you don't find any Trojans or any rocket jumping shot soldiers, which is, let's be honest here, pretty unlikely. You're always going to see at least one soldier. Okay, then of course use stock. If a soldier on our team barely jumping and there's a buckload pyros, use stock. It makes sense, but if our team's got 2 soldiers, 1 soldier, or like a couple of soldiers who know how to rocket jump well enough that they're always in the air, they're always annoying you, they're always diving you, then take it out. Because trust me, it will be a blessing. Trust me. Well, we've reached the end of the video, so thanks for listening. Hopefully you've taken something away from this video. I hope you see you next time.